It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll swing this out to Moss. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
2nd down and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Burrow. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
McPherson's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. In motion, Aguilar. Off the option, here's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Burrow looking to pass. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. In motion left, Bateman. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. A first down carry for Henry. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Inside handoff, Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Jackson.
Complete to Likely.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So Burrow and the Bengals
trailing 10-3. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the right side, open is Gesicki, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Burrow. Caught by Jones. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Second and 6 coming up. Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Madubuike in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You